Twelfth Night is very famous for its first line, which is "If music be the food of love, play on." Everybody knows that. That's like a little kind of introduction to the whole play. So it's about music and food, or having a party, a kind of get-together, kind of conviviality, and love. And so it's got these very, very sort of strong themes that are played out among a group of really eccentric characters, lovers. There are love plots, and then comedy characters where there's a lot of practical jokes and trickery. Anything can happen and anyone can become anything at Twelfth Night. That was why I was drawn to this idea of this sort of 60s and edging into the 70s, of a time when identity, gender, class was all being challenged. I was also thinking about the idea of courts as well, because there's a court of Orsino and a court of Olivia, and thinking very much about Andy Warhol and his superstars and how that was a sort of court. Twelfth Night is the most musical play that Shakespeare ever wrote. One of the really early starting points of the play was talking to Meilyr Jones, who's a Welsh singer-songwriter. His music is modern, sometimes quite poppy and accessible, but because he trained as a classical musician as well, it's also quite baroque and complex. I think people like Twelfth Night because it's one of his funniest plays. The comedy of it is in the characters and the relationships. In every sort of lovely pearl of a moment, there's always this bit of grit as well, which hopefully gives it all a sort of bite. But generally, it's got really strong kind of beating heart to it that I really love.